So good morning students. So in this video we'll see how we are going to frame the salts for ammonia. Salts for ammonia, you are already familiar with water. So we are going to use the projection operator method and find out the salts for ammonia. So ammonia we are going to have like this. And this is bond 1 and this is bond 2 and bond 3, and for the sake of good understanding about the symmetry changes, we will just project them like this. So again this is going to be B1, B2 and B3. Now we know that in the projection operator method we know that a basis function can be written as summation of chi of r into the basis set, that is the bond which we are going to look into. So here by using this, what we are going to do is, now we are going to have the character table and we are going to perform the operations, and here we are not going to write it as 2C3, instead we are going to write it as C31, C32, and we are not going to write it as 3 sigma V, instead we are going to write it as sigma P, sigma V prime and sigma V double prime. The character table will be of the form A1, A2 and E. So for A1 it's going to be 1, 1, 1. For A2 it's going to be, all these we know, and for E it's going to be this one. Now let us look into our basis function, that is B1. We are just looking into what happens to B1. Okay, so if it is going to, B1 is going to change on execution of these symmetry elements. இந்த symmetry elements execute பண்ணும்பொழுது அது என்ன ஆகுதோ அதை இங்கே போடணும், சரிங்களா? இப்போ E போட்ட உடனே what happens to B1? B1 is going to remain as B1 only. So my B1 is going to be remaining as B1. C31, on executing C31, my B1 will go to B2 and B3 will be in the B1 position. So I have to write B3 here. And when I am going to do C32, my B1 will go to B3 and B2 will come to B1. So it is B2. And what happens on sigma V? Sigma V is nothing but this plane. So when you are going to reflect on this plane, the B1 is going to be intact while B2 and B3 are going to exchange positions. But we are looking into B1, so B1 is in B1 place only. It's not going to change. And when I am going to do sigma V prime, so this is sigma V while this is sigma V prime. When I am going to do sigma V prime, what happens? My B1 is going to B3 and B3 is going to B1 position. So it's going to be B3. Okay. And when I am going to do my sigma V double prime, what's going to happen? My B1 is going to B2 position and B2 will be coming to B1. So it is B2. So how many, what is happening to my B1 is, it's going to, on undergoing these symmetry operations, my B1 is becoming like this. Now by using the projection formula, now what I have to find is, I have to just work out the product of this B1 into the character. Now I have to multiply into A1. So what is it I have to do? I have to multiply this B1 with A1. So it is B1 into 1, that is B1. B3 into 1, that is B3. B2 into 1, that is B2. B1, B3 and B2. Now the total is 2b1 plus 2 into b1 plus b2 plus b3. So this is the Salk for the orbital of a symmetry A1. A1 symmetry la irukkakoodiya orbital udaya Salk is given here. Next we have to go for A2. So A2 is going to be, now this B1 into A2, the character of A2, the character of A2. Now it's going to be B1, B3, B2, then minus B1, B3, minus B3 and minus B2. Now it's going to be 0. So I am not going to have any Salk with the symmetry A2. Okay, I am not going to have any Salk with the symmetry A2 in the case of my ammonia. Now the same thing if I am going to do for E, what's going to happen? I am going to get 2b1 minus b3 minus b2 and 0, 0, 0. So it is 2b1 minus b3 minus b2. So this is my Salk for E. See, when I am going to have any Salk of representation E, it means that there has to be two representations. I am able to find only one representation. So the second Salk of E symmetry, Salk 2 of E symmetry, how are we going to find out? So the Salk 1 of E symmetry was nothing but, Salk 1 was nothing but, it's 2b1, right, minus b2 minus b3. So this was the Salk 1 of E symmetry. Now we have to find the Salk 2 of E symmetry. So for which we need, there is no direct method, but slightly modified we have to do. So what we have to understand here is, when this E symmetry is concerned, if you see the character table, you all will remember that in E symmetry x and y will transform together. X and y will transform together. Now if at all this B1 is corresponding to x axis, then the same thing will happen to B2 also. So we have to write a similar expression. See, I am going to just modify this expression as 2b2 minus b3. So this expression has to be multiplied by 2 in order that I have to remove the B1 component. Okay, so I have to remove the B1 component, for which I have to multiply it with 2. Then I will be having as so I have to subtract, see, okay, so this will be 0b1, 0b1, okay, so this is 4 minus b2 is plus 3b2, okay, and minus 3b3. So this is the Salk 2 of E symmetry. Salk 2 of E symmetry. So we have totally found how many Salks? 3 Salks. The first one is 5a1, which has the form 2b1 plus 2b2 plus 2b3, right? So we have to normalize them. How to normalize? 1 divided by square root of 2 squared plus 2 squared plus 2 squared. So into, okay, so here 2 into b1 plus b2 plus b3. Okay, so this will be 4 plus 4 plus 4. So it is 12. So I can take that as 2 divided by 4 into root. So 4 I am going to take outside. So it will be 2 root 3. 2 root 3 into b1 plus B2 plus B3. So I'm going to remove these, and my first salc of symmetry A1, phi A1 after normalization will be of the form 1 by root 3 into B1 plus B2 plus B3. Okay, and then the salc 1 of E symmetry, salc 1 of E symmetry is, okay, so we have is equal to 2B1 minus B2 minus B3. So this on normalization, I have to normalize it like any other wave function. So it is 2 squared plus minus 1 squared plus minus 1 squared into 2B1 minus B2 minus B3, right? So I am going to have it as 1 divided by, so this is 4 plus 1 plus 1, so it is 8. Root 8 I can write it as 2 root 2. Okay, 2 root, square root of 8 I can write it as 2 root 2 into 2B1 minus B2 minus B3. Is that right? So it is 4 plus 1, no, sorry, it is not 2 root 2, but it is root 6, sorry, it is root 6. Okay, so this is the salc 1 of E symmetry. Next, salc 2 of E symmetry, we have to write it down, salc 2 of E symmetry. So we have already found that as 3B2 minus 3B3. So I have to normalize this as usual, 1 divided by square root of 3 squared plus minus 3 the whole squared into 3 into B2 minus B3. So this I am going to get it as 1 by square root of 9 plus 9 into 3 into B2 minus B3. So I will be getting this 9 plus 9 is 18. So 18 I can write it as 9 into 2. So 9 I can take outside 3. So 3 root 2 into 3 into B2 minus B3. So here I am going to just strike out this, and this is going to be my salc 2. So I have derived 3 salcs for ammonia by using projection method. Thank you, students.